Maybe.
Is it live right now?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Because I'm hoping maybe even if we stop the stream, it keeps recording,
Oh.
and then it just gets buffered.
Oh.
We'll see. All right, coming at you live from the fifth hole out here at the Iford Golf Center in Bournemouth, United Kingdom for the 2026 Britain's Cup. We've got all 5 of the matches in the early afternoon underway right now. Currently, the first match just passed through hole 5. The Team Europe is up 1 on Team USA, and that is the team of the Silverback, Jamie Kinvig, and Byron Hutchinson. They birdied the third hole to go 1 up. The Americans, Showtime Austin Eversole and Jeff Hardcore Harvey, got a hole back and evened things up after 4. But then Jamie Kinvig sunk a putt on for a birdie on hole 5, and the Team Europe is now 1 up. The other match is going on currently. Across the 5 matches, we are at a dead tie essentially for where we are right now. Team Europe is up in 2 of those matches. Team USA up in 2 of those matches, and 1 is right now tied. Match 2 and match 3. Currently, the Americans are 2 up, 1 through 4 holes and 1 through 3 holes. While Carla Christian, Amy Lewis, Molly Nice, and Leah Dennard are all square right now through 2 holes. And then the 5th match, pitting Scantron and Big Mac from Team USA against the Spartan Theo Hall and Brad Young. Brad Young birdied the first hole to put the Europeans 1 up, and they've remained 1 up through 2 holes. So we're going to be seeing those four of those 5 matches come through hole 5 momentarily. We've got turn it over right now to the live action on the 5th green. Players right now getting Americans are on the tee box after winning the last hole to go 1 up, or go 2 up rather. And we've got Cutter, Michael Alexu on the tee box right now. It's looking good. A little left of the pin, rolling up there. On the green, just right near the fringe, but on the green. He'll probably have about a 25-yard putt for his birdie. Hoot man, Jacob Hooter. He's going left. He doesn't like that at all. Not bad. He actually landed on the green, rolled off then the side, but it was not where he was aiming. A little left of where he was aiming, so he wasn't happy with that one. Rolling it just off the back. He should hold the green right on the fringe there for Team Europe. So he's going to have he'll have a very long putt for birdie. A tomahawk approach here. That's Ryan Dennard, I believe. Very close to where Cutter's ball is. He's probably maybe a couple feet closer, but they'll both have about a 25-foot for birdie. So no real good birdie looks, but nobody in real trouble on this hole. And rolling, yeah, this is it's a small green and a really tough one to hold. Slightly elevated on the front and then big elevation on the back, and you do not want to roll off the back. So best looks right now, Ryan Dennard and Cutter will have, for Team USA, will have the best looks at birdie here. Fred Dennard is on the back of the green. It's going to be a really tough birdie putt for him, or he'll probably end up using more like a sidecar. And then Jacob Hooter is just left of the green. From our vantage point, from the back of the green, he's just right of the green. He will probably be first to attempt a up and down here. Right now, this match stands at the Americans are 2 up through 4. Other news, Americans, they were all square after 2, but Carla and Amy from Team USA, Carla Christian, Amy Lewis, are now 1 up through 3. They were able to win the third hole. Fred Denard here. Clean sweep from the back of the green. It's a nice roll, a little aggressive, but he definitely went for the hole there. He'll have that coming back for his par. Hootman a little closer. Squaring up for his clean sweep. A lot of loft there. Good roll.
Oh, great ball.
Great ball. Yeah, he's got about 3 feet for not even for his par. So he put himself in great position. So now his teammate Cutter can go for that birdie. Ryan just passed the hole with his scoop shot. He's going to have a few feet for par. Michael Alexu, Cutter. And he sinks it. Americans take the hole with a amazing birdie there by Michael Cutter Alexu.
I almost said something early, like right before
Yeah.
we started, that he was chipping everything yesterday, and I guess today is going to continue.
Yeah, no, he's been he's found these greens very agreeable in the practice round so far. So no, that's a devastating blow for the for Team Europe, who now falls 3 down to the Americans. Nothing really you can do about that when somebody's sinking a scoop shot from 25 yards out, 25 feet out, I should say. Great shot there by Cutter. Maybe we can get some thoughts on that before they head to the next hole. How'd that feel, Cutter?
Felt great. Dome shot. Had to get it up over the rise, and then it was going to go down. So it looked like a little left to right. Luckily, got it to drop.
Did you know it was in when after you?
Wasn't that kind of shot. No, I had my fingers crossed.
Yeah, great shot. Awesome. All right, so that is match 2, which now stands at 3 up for the American squad. Our next match is coming up. They are Britt and Titus from Team USA are 2 up over Robert and Annabelle, and we're waiting for them to complete the 4th hole. So we'll see where the match stands after that, and then they'll be coming around on hole 5. We've got you can see them at a distance finishing up on that the green on the 4th hole there. Other action going on right now. Our first match of the day, they're now through hole 6. Still remains Team Europe 1 up. So that is a hotly contested match. Great to see that kicking off in style. You've also got through 3 holes now. Team Europe also 1 up over Scantron and Big Mac. That's the Spartan, Theo Hall and Brad Young. Theo played in the Britain's Cup team for Team Europe last year. Brad Young, this is in his first Britain's Cup. He birdied the first hole, and so far that's through 3 holes. That's been the only winning hole. So the Europeans one up in that match. Then you've got the other three matches are Team USA is up by 3-2 and 1. So really, so far for these first 4 or 5 holes, we've got some tight matches, and overall, it's pretty close. Brett taps that in. Not sure if she tapped that in or it was conceded. If it wasn't conceded, they're playing this one real tight.
I don't think it was conceded.
I didn't see it either. It didn't look like it was conceded, but it was. I'm sure they were about to concede it, and she. This is Annabelle Ray. Nope, not happy with that one. So Swede Robert Tolan. Makes the putt there. Annabelle picks up. Guessing the hole was halved, but we'll see in a moment. So it looks like the Americans they'll be certainly up, but I think 2 up heading into hole 5, which will give you live action from the back of the green here with the teacher, Taylor Harvey, on the camera.
Make sure I don't step in the crater.
Yeah, just for you, certainly for the American crowd following along at home, it has been an unprecedented summer here in England and really throughout Europe, and they've gone is severe drought conditions that they've had all summer, and it has really baked the fairways out here. You're getting a lot of roll. It does make some of the greens harder to, although the greens are in pretty good shape, and they're actually holding better than we would have expected given how baked the fairways are. And but you also have some crevicing going on in places that are really baked. So you don't always have the greatest footing depending on where you are at the course. So it'll be some interesting conditions out here. Taylor, you played around yesterday. How'd you feel about things?
I thought it was like playing on cement. Everything was rolling really, really like the roll for me is good because I don't have the distance that some of these other women have. So I appreciated the roll until I got to the green, and then the roll was not so appreciated. But overall, like I like it here. So
Yeah, and although you did have it's sort of a double-edged sword. Sometimes you get a lot of kick on your throws, but sometimes they kick in 90 degrees.
that's what I
Yeah,
was getting ready to say,
it
that
doesn't
there
always
was-
roll the direction you're
there
throwing
were
it.
several times that they didn't kick forward; they kicked far right or far left. So that part was pretty unfavorable.
Titus Harbor there hits the green a little past the pin, rolls off almost to the exact same location that the Cutter had on the last hole, and he was able to sink that one from 25, 30 feet. It's a co-ed pairing. So Robert Tolan,
It was a little short.
little short of the green. Yeah, I think he's definitely worried. He doesn't get a lot of loft on his throws. So I think this is one of those where he was really worried about holding the green, and this is one you don't want to go off the back because if you do, it'll roll. There's a steep slope off the back of the green. So I think he was trying to roll it up onto the green, which you can do on this hole. Probably took a little too much off of that one. Here's the queen, Britt Hammond.
Well, that might be good.
She sort of did a similar thing, and you see,
And that's exactly what you
and
were talking about.
yeah, and see, you see how far in the back of the green she rolled, and she didn't even she hit short of the green on purpose, and it even rolled that far. The Rage, Annabelle Ray, playing in her third Britain's Cup. She's going a little left. I think she might, but short of the trees. So she's in okay shape there. She's actually where Jacob Hooter was last hole. So she's going to have a sidecar, some sort of scoop shot to try to get up and down from there. Currently, this match stands at Americans are 2 up. They have the last hole, and no one has a. Once again, I said this the last hole, and we got some similar positions for both teams. No one in a great position for birdie, but I said that and then cut or hold out, so he made it happen anyway. So we'll see if they either side draws blood on this hole. Meanwhile, the next match, which is finishing up on hole 4 now, will soon be on the tee in hole 5. Carly Christian and Amy Lewis from Team USA still remain 1 up in that match from winning hole 2. The Swede, Robert Tolan, runs it up. Pretty good. He'll have a really good shot there for par. So I think the Europeans right now are just trying to get up and down and have this hole. A little aggressive on Annabelle's. So she's back on off the other side of the green. Here's Britt making a run at, she made a good run at it. A little past the hole. That's just tough. This green is deceptively sloped.
And Britt's known for her fantastic chipping, if that just tells you how fast things are rolling here today.
Exactly. Annabelle still off the green. So par attempt from off the green. She can hold this one out. She goes by the hole, so I think she's going to be looking for Robert to make his par putt. She's not going to factor in this hole. Titus, meanwhile, can win the hole for the Americans if he can sink this putt. We've got a one-arm sidecar coming up, I'm sure. Certainly for this far from the hole, Titus is not. He's taking the slug out right now. Surprised he actually even put the slug in.
Right.
Brings it back a fling stick.
Got that one-handed thing going that he's really
Yep.
good at usually.
Yeah, and it's the pacing that he's got.
Yep.
Doesn't sink it, but from what I can see, really close to the hole, so that should be a makeable par putt. I don't see anyone conceding just yet. Not a lot of conceding going on.
No.
I don't know if the other match are like this, but there's definitely there's an art to it, and a lot of times what happens in the early holes sets the tone for the rest of the match.
It's strategic for sure.
Definitely. Some people follow the concede an early one to maybe bank some karma. Other people like to send a message that the competition's on, and they do not concede the first hole. Oh, that's a tough one. So now that gives the Americans a lot of breathing room. Either Britt or Titus make their putts, they're going to win this hole. That's a tough one. They're going to have 2 chances. So yeah, not going to, they weren't going to concede. They're not going to concede it now if they didn't before. Yep, she drops it. Although some would say you just concede the hole right there, and they may, maybe that comes back to benefit you because there was very little chance that both Britt and Titus were going to miss their putts. So you might as well, from my vantage point, I would probably have just conceded the hole right there. So Americans will go 3 up now in the match, away from the queen. And we have now, coming up right behind them, match 4, which they have the last hole. So Carla Christian, Lala, and A10 Amy Lewis still 1 up over Team Europe. The Molecule, Molly Nice, and then Leah Denard, 16-year-old, playing in her first Britain's Cup.
She's got a great high to low swing. I'm a little jealous of it.
Yeah, it should come in handy on this one. It is, yeah, no.
Well.
She can do a high to low straight, which is tough to do.
Very tough. I would love to.
You're not alone there, Taylor.
Yeah, I get so much more yardage.
Lala's got some loft. Oh, she went right at the pin and can't tell. I think she might be just short of the green. She landed by design short of the green. Didn't quite get the roll we've seen from others. But she still will have a shot at birdie, certainly. Amy Lewis. She's
Alma's got some speed.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. She was a little further than Carla, but if you saw that kick, that is one of those kicks where she basically got a good 20 yards of roll that she actually didn't want. And if she'd gotten the same sort of Molly going for the long distance clean sweep, she gonna get enough bounce.
She's about where Carla is.
Yeah, looks like it was a bridge too far. Knew what she was trying to do, but that's a tough one. Looks like Leah's going with the tomahawk there. Also trying to roll it up there. Yeah, it's inconsistent one here because you're not getting the bounces. It's really random. You saw Amy's, who had a little more on the ball, but she got much more bounce than I expected her to get. So this hole's wide open. I'm going to swing around here and stay there. See if I can see how close Carla is. Actually, Carla's actually on the green, just at the front of the green, so she's got an uphill putt, but a very makeable birdie for attempt for Carla. So Carla's really got the best shot here. She did roll right onto the front of the green, sort of that slope that we couldn't see from our vantage point. Leah's now in the front of the green, right where Carla is. Amy's just off the back there. Yeah, so this is critical for Molly here. She really needs to get up and down from where she is because they don't want to. I think you gotta assume Carla's going to make par.
You sure do about her.
And I'd put money on that. So you really need to make par here, and because you don't want to go 2 down after 5. Yep, Amy will have probably about 8 feet for par, but I'm guessing she probably won't need it.
She was putting yesterday. It's very possible.
Yeah. Molly went for it there. Went past she went right at the pin. Made a little too much juice on it, so she's past it. She'll have a challenging downhill putt for par. Carla now looking at, she's got her slug in, so it looks like she's gonna putt this one. Uphill putt though, so
Carla's a very, very good traditional golfer, so her putting abilities are pretty unmatched.
Absolutely. Yeah, when she gets in range, where she can putt the ball as opposed to a scoop shot, she's going to pick that every time.
Yeah.
And it's what you definitely find people that have the more golf background they have, they tend to putt the longer distances. Not happy with that one. Yeah, I
We were
think.
just bragging about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no. So she left her something to think about. So she'll still be inside of Amy, I believe. But yeah, it's a pretty steep slope in the front there, and the rest of the green is a pretty gradual slope. But it's not a classic difficult pin position, but it's also it's not if you get it close to the pin, it's still not the easiest putt to make. Here's Leah with her par attempt. The ball was right near, just inside of Carla's. All right, so it's going to come down to Molly, who's got if she can make this, she will put a lot of pressure on Carla and Amy. If she doesn't, then
Oh, hit the hole and rolled.
It did. Yeah, that's a tough one for Molly because that. Yeah, it's tough from our vantage point to see if how close that was. I am interested to see what putts are getting conceded and what aren't. Now, sometimes it's the mentalities because so many of the players are just used to playing in stroke play tournaments that they never think
almost
about.
forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's me.
Yep, you could see the body English there. She knew the minute she hit it that it was gonna be left. All right, it's up to Carla. Assuming everyone makes their tap ins, they're all marking, but Carla drops this. The Americans will go 2 up in this match.
There you go.
She does. Carla makes her par. And her first putt becomes academic, and they wins the hole for the Americans. The Americans go 2 up through 5.
How you feeling, Ma? Oh,
Close on that last putt, but it was a pressure one.
It was.
Yeah,
Very much.
yeah.
Anyway.
Nice putt, Lala. All right. Match 5 of the 5 afternoon matches. We've still got one twilight match to go, but match 5 right now is all square through 4. The Europeans were up for the first 3 holes after Brad Young had a birdie on the first hole, but then the Americans won the last hole to pull all square in this match.
oh,
Big Mac's off the left side.
in the lumber.
Yeah, and this is a tough hole for him because he needs to get loft on it, and he's got that right to left motion. So he'll be under the trees. That's going to be a difficult. Whoa,
Oh, it looks like
Sam basically did the same thing. He was just left of that.
interesting.
Yeah, so that's wide open now for Team Europe.
The wind's probably not helping right now.
No, it's definitely moving. Looks like right to left.
Everybody's on the same place.
Left to right from our vantage point. So everyone's down in that gully, leaving it wide open for Theo. See, looks like he's trying to get some loft,
Straighter.
but he's right of the green, so he was definitely not going to go left. So we've got 3 of the players underneath the canopy over here from our vantage point, from the back of the green to the right of the green. And then Theo Hall for Team Europe is on the other side of the green. So right now, hole's going to go to whoever can get up and down. This match, all square through 4. Right now, zooming around, we still have the first match of the day. Team Europe is still 1 up over, that's Byron and Jamie, 1 up over Austin and Jeff. That has, since the since the 5th hole, where they had 3 holes in a row where a team won the hole. Last 2 holes they've halved. So the Europeans remain 1 up through 7, teeing off on the 8th hole right now. We hope to catch them after this. We will be moving over to another session starting on the 9th green. Hope to catch that that match when they come around to 9.
Oh, good touch.
Good touch there by Scantron. Wasn't sure if it was going to make it because you got basically, once you get under there, you've got the upslope, but you can't get too aggressive or you're going to roll right past the hole and off the other side. We saw that happen at Annabelle last hole. Mac gets a little, he was further back. It was, yeah, he clipped a little bit of that tree. You heard Sam say that. And that's exactly right. That was always going to be a challenge because you really have to do that trajectory, because if you do a lower trajectory, you're going to go off the back of the green, or the side of the green, I should say. Looks like Brad's going to go first. He's clean sweeping there from, yeah, he knew it the minute he had it. Just not quite enough mustard there.
That's tricky.
All right, Theo Hall. Some good loft, some roll. I think he'd love to be a couple feet closer to the hole there, but he and Sam are definitely going to have the best. Sam definitely has the best look at par, which there's a good chance par actually wins this hole. As I said, whoever can get up and down is probably going to win this hole.
I feel like for this course though, par is actually good.
I'd say for this hole, I mean, we've seen, other than cutters, and he had to a scoop shot from 25, 30 feet, no birdies. Well, I shouldn't say that. Before we got here, Jamie, right as we were setting up Silverback, Jamie Kinvig, sunk his birdie putt. But par is usually, par may win the hole in a lot of cases on this hole. Brad short of it there. So he's going to depend on Theo. Big Mac lining up his par putt. Oh, he drops it.
Boy, Big Mac.
Wins the hole for the Americans. Sam doesn't even need to take a putt. I shouldn't say that. No, that was for par. So if Theo can make this putt, they can have the hole. Hole is not over. That was not a birdie putt. That was for par, but a great putt there. So Americans are on the card with a 3. But now Theo's got a challenging, probably 10-foot putt for par. Theo, in the golfing realm, a long drive specialist, drops it to have the hole. Fantastic putt there by Theo Hall. But he's said that what he loves about fling golf in terms of putting is that whereas in golf you can anchor the club, he loves the anchored fling stick. Not exactly a first shot clinic, but a pretty good short game one. Yeah, talk to us about that putt.
It wasn't the putt I had drawn up off the tee, but I've been there all week in warm up, so I know what it looks like.
Awesome. Great job there, Robbie.
Thank you.
All right, so that match moving on to hole 6, all square. We're going to shut down here from hole 5 and hurry over to hole 9. Hope we can catch up with the first match there. Signing off for now, but look for a new live stream starting in about 15 minutes. Hardcore out.